Yo, what's going on, guys? This is a Discipline Priest PvP guide. I'm going to be going over the race, talents, covenants, conduits, legendary stats, tier gear, offensive, defensive, and compositions for 2v2, 3v3 arenas, and I'm going to be going over like rated Battleground arenas. Experience is 2700 last season, 2400 CR so far this season, and Hero of the Alliance, Hero of the Hordes as well. So for the races, we're going to be looking at Alliance first. Night Elf is definitely the best one. They have Shadow Meld. You can Shadow Meld incoming crowd control and, Shadow Meld drink, or you can play a human, which is not the best in my opinion. Definitely, they get a trinket every 90 seconds for stuns, but honestly, I would rather go with Night Elf. That's actually what I used to be, and it was amazing playing Night Elf. And they look way better than humans in my opinion. For Horde side, Undead is by far the best one in my opinion. The reason is because they get Will of Forsaken. It removes any charm, fear, and sleep effects. It's so good right now, especially that the meta is priests. Warlocks are everywhere, warriors are everywhere. They all have fear, so instead of setting a 7-second fear, you can get out of it. And then Goblin is another one. You can rocket jump everywhere, especially in rated battlegrounds. If you get knocked off the map, rocket back up. It's more mobility, especially if you're like a Goblin Night Fae priest. You can just Goblin jump, soul shape, cross them out. Alliance and Horde, you can play Panda as Discipline. It's not terrible. It's actually pretty decent because you have an Incapacitate, which does not DR with any of your abilities on Discipline. Now as Holy, it does DR with Chastise. Shadow does not DR with anything, I'm pretty sure. Shadow. Yeah, it does not DR with anything as Shadow either. So, Discipline is Shadow. Panda's super good. And, I mean, honestly, you're just a Panda, so it's cool. We're going to be looking over the talents now. So, for the 15-row talent, Twist of Fate, best one by far. 25-row talent, you can go Body and Soul if you want to. Or Angelic Feather, there's a macro I'm going to show a little bit later when I go over the macros. Literally just press it and you're going faster. It puts it right under your feet. Body and Soul is not terrible though, so it's up to you. 30-row talent, you can either run Shield Discipline or Power Word Solace. I take Power Word Solace because it's more damage, more healing, and you get 1% extra mana whenever you use it. Doesn't cost anything, 12-second cooldown. But you can pair up Body and Soul and Shield Discipline if you want to. Those are two pairable options. For the 35-row talent, you can take Psychic Voice, the best one for arenas by far. Takes your fear from a 1-minute cooldown to a 30-second cooldown. 40-row talent, Sins of the Many. Whenever your damage is just flat out damage increase. That's why it's good. More people you have Atonement on though, less damage you do, but more Atonement, more healing. So it's just flat out damage buff. 45-row, Purge the Wicked. This is going to put a dot on somebody. It replaces Shadow Word Pain. And whenever you penance that person, it spreads Purge the Wicked to another person. 50-row talent, Linens. Straight, flat out Atonement, reduces damage taken by 3%. It's good. Now, for the PvP talents, Dome of Light, Lockdown, always reduces the cooldown of Dome of Light 90 seconds. And then Power Word Barrier, you can reduce... I can't talk. It reduces damage taken by 25%. So, reduce cooldown, and you take less damage. Absolutely. Ultimate Radiance uses a lockdown. Always in it. Goes with your Conduit I'm going to be showing later. Makes it instant cast and 150% increased healing. Insane. So, the next one we're going to be looking at. For arenas, you can run Purification if you're like Destro, Frost, Mage, you're facing that team. So many roots, so many CCs, you can constantly be getting out of that kind of stuff. All of that is useful versus that comp. Now, what I would take otherwise is Archangel is really good versus Windwalker DK because they have just so much damage. They knock you out of your dome, you Desperate Prayer, you Aegis, you're still dropping down low, below like 35% health. Twist of Fate procs, you have Archangel proc, you have 40% increased healing. You press Power Word Radiance, you're topped. It's crazy versus that comp. It's like the only comp I run it versus for some reason though. It might be good into some other comps, but I definitely run it into that comp since we do not have Divine Ascension, the fly ability that Holy Priest have. Now for the next one, Dark Archangel, you can definitely run this one versus with a setup based comp. Say you are playing like FMP, WMP, RMP. You can definitely play Dark Archangel or like jungle. I don't really play this with jungle. I play other talents. I'll go over that in a bit. And then Thought Steal, you can play this into like RMP. Say the mage already used Ring of Frost. They're about to do their go. They're about to polymorph you, and you just Thought Steal them. They can't do anything. They probably will throw a blind to go, and then or it'll take them a second. You'll steal their thoughts, and they won't be able to think for a moment, and then you might win. Who knows? It's really good though. You get polymorph, and then you can polymorph people for 20 seconds. They don't have polymorph for 20 seconds. So yeah. The next one is for improved mass dispel. You can use this versus like frost mages. You can super quickly mass dispel ice walls, and the cooldown is reduced as well. 25 seconds. You can MD their 2 ice blocks they have. Super good for that as well. Inner Light and Shadow. This is a baseline one you can run all the time. If you don't want to run, if you don't even want to worry about all these, you can literally run these talents right here, and then Inner Light and Shadow. Healing spells cost 15% less mana. You have to use it in the beginning of games, which is annoying because I forget a lot of times. And then if you switch over to the Shadow, your spell damage and atonement healing is increased by 10%. So it's good for burst damage, or if you're just if the damage is too much, you can definitely go with this one as well. Yeah, so that's it for the arenas. So for rated battlegrounds, these are the talents I go right here. You can go with either Angelic Feather or Body and Soul, since these two pair up. But Shining Force you definitely will want to take because you can knock people off the map. The FC is getting chased, you're with him, you throw all the entire enemy team, far away from him. It's just super good. If you're on offense, the only time I would run Psychic Voice is if I was on offense. Like I'm pushing the enemy flag carrier with my team, and I need to fear the enemy's healers so my team can do a go on the flag carrier. Psychic Voice is definitely good. You can do a fear every 30 seconds. Trinity, whenever you put shield up, you can only put atonement through shield, but it lasts for 15 seconds longer, makes it 30 seconds long. If you have it on 3 people, Smite, Penance, and Shadow Fiend Critical Strike is increased by 30%. So, more damage, more healing. It's just good all around. Super good, super good, super good. Yeah, so what's next? Covenants. So the 2 covenants you're going to play as Discipline Priest is Night Fae and Venthyr. Let's look at Night Fae first. You get Soul Shape, which you can just teleport around. You can actually use this whenever you're on a Root Beam. So it's super good versus Boomkin Druids. You can just instantly get out of Root Beams because they pop Root Beam and all their damage. You don't have to try and get Root Beam. Soul Shape, and then pop your defensives, and you're completely fine. You don't even have to worry about it. Fae Guardians. This is a big ability. This is it. This is the biggest ability in the game for a priest, I swear. It's such a big ability. So it throws up 3 fairies. Whenever you use Purge the Wicked, which is your dot on an enemy, it puts a fairy on them, and any direct damage that enemy takes as a fairy regains 0.5% of your mana. So if you have a lot of people on that target with the fairy on him, you're going to be getting your mana back really fast. So 50%, jump to 70-80% mana from pressing on 1.5 minute cooldown. That lasts for 20 seconds too. And then in the next one, follows your Power Word Shield. So if I throw a Power Word Shield on myself, I take 20% reduced damage. And then the next one is, it follows your Shadow Mend, that fairy, the Benevolent Fairy. Increases the cooldown recovery rate of your target's major ability by 100%. Don't know what it is for everyone. For a priest, Discipline Priest, it's Rapture, so you get Rapture back faster if you put it on yourself. Now for the crazy thing about this is Unity, the legendary that you get from Zereth Mortis, 7 out of 7 quest chain. You should have it. It makes another Haunted Mask. It copies the benefit of your current fairy on its target, follows your direct mask. So what that means is I can put Fae Guardians up on somebody and they instantly have 20% reduced damage, but if I press the Power Word Shield, it copies that same ability and they're taking 40% reduced damage for 20 seconds. Insane. Just absolutely insane. And it's so good for facing, like, for example if you're facing like RMP and you know they're about to do a go, or you're like, oh no, our guy's gonna die if they do a go on this next go. You throw Fey Guardians on your guy, he's taking 40% reduced damage. They're not killing him. Well, you know, for 20 seconds. They're either not gonna do a go for 20 seconds, or they're gonna do a go and not kill him. Yeah. So for the next one is Venthyr Mind Games. So Mind Games, you can throw Mind Games on somebody. It's a cast, and it hits them for like 10 to 20,000. I don't know how hard it hits. It's like 10 to 20,000 if it crits. But then, if that person has Mind Games on them, if they heal, that healing gets turned into damage. So if they heal themselves, it kills them. Or if they heal their teammate, it kills their teammates. Or if they do damage to somebody, it heals them instead of it. So those rolls get reversed. Super good. Then they also have Dwarf Shadows, which is a cast time teleportation, kind of like you can teleport from here to probably over here. It's a cast time. You get 2 charges of it if you run the right soulbind, which is the one with the Mad Duke's Tea. You get 3% of one of these random stats, which is intellect, taste, crit, or verse. Really good. 3%. Constantly of some kind of stat. Really good. So Conduits. Oh yes. Conduits. For discipline, we're gonna look at the Swift Penance. Damage of healing. The damage or healing of your first bolt of penance is increased by 66%. This is just baseline 6% increased healing or damage from your first bolt. It's good. The next one, Clear Mind, Dispel Magic, Purify, and MD. It costs 33% less mana. Less mana spent, the better, because Discipline Priests have troubles with mana. Next one, Condensed Anima Spear. When you take damage, you heal for 5% of your maximum health. This can only occur every 10 seconds. The next one, Shining Radiance. This one's huge. It's a potency one. Power Word Radiance healing is increased by 88%. This one goes so well with your PvP talent, Ultimate Radiance, making it instant cast and heal increase by 150%. So your Power Word Radiance is going to be huge, especially whenever you pop a Twist of Fate, Archangel, Power Word Radiance. You're healing like a 40 to 50,000 heal. You're topped. Your entire team is just boom. The next one, Pain Transformation. Pain Suppression, which is PS, also heals your target for 33% of your maximum health. Or of their maximum health, sorry. It's just good. Move with Grace is Leap of Faith. Cooldown is reduced by 44 seconds. It's kind of insane in my opinion. That is a higher item level one. So my Leap of Faith is on a 46 second cooldown. Each team has a go around 30 to 45 seconds. So you can grip every other go, or if you delay their go, you can grip every single go of theirs. So or you can just grip to help your hunter or whatever you're playing with. Kite. It's insane. The grips. I love Priest this expansion because of that Conduit. It's actually so much fun. What else are we looking at? We looked at the stat. No. Legendaries. So for Discipline, the best one, in my opinion, you can run Cepheus if you want to, but the best one is the Pendant one. This one's gonna go well with literally more damage, more healing. It goes with Powered Radiance. It ties into your 4-piece, which I'm gonna talk about here in a bit. So yeah, the Pendant one, and then a Unity. I don't know if these are on the right things. On the right slots. The Unity one, I actually haven't made my Unity one because I don't have enough gold, and since my Holy Legendaries are on what they are on, I don't think that everything's on the right thing. So I'm gonna make my Unity on my chest piece, and then I'm gonna have a haste belt, and then I'm gonna have a haste haste boots. Can't think of it. I think it would be like haste boots, Pendant one boots, and then Unity ring maybe. But I have this ring. I like this movement speed. Yep. Tier gear. I have so many people whispering me for some reason right now. 2 set. Casting Power Word Shield or Shadow Man has a 15% chance to make your next Shadow Man cost no mana and have no cast time. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, especially on the rated battlegrounds. You're constantly pressing a rapture. Oh, it's super good. Force that power of the dark side increases the effectiveness of penance by an additional 45% and is triggered when power of radiance is casted. So the dark side was already hard enough to get as it was, but now you literally get a 100% chance every single time you press power of radiance, and you know you get that legendary proc. You're dealing and with the conduit 95% increased damage. We're talking big damage whenever we're penancing somebody. Like that's some solid damage. Plus the 12% sins of the mini. You're getting some damage in right there. 100. You're getting a lot of damage in. Stats. Main star is versatility, of course. Then the next stat is haste. You're gonna be going for a lot of haste. On no crit, you're gonna drop all your crit. So you're going to haste, and then mastery is good as well because it's atonement healing. I actually have more mastery than what I would normally have because I play holy a lot, and I like to have a little bit of haste, a little bit of mastery. Really depends. Really, what you want. A lot of people think mastery is better right now. A lot of people think haste is better right now. So I'm falling in between because I like both of them. And I play discipline and holy, so I'm just 25-25 in it. And that I'm doing that how I have haste and mastery gems is how. And I have this ring that has a huge haste buff on it. But offensive defensive rotation. So that's the thing a lot of people will mess up on priest with, is they're not pressing their defensive cooldowns at the right times, and they're either dying from it or they're running out of mana. And what I mean by this is, I'm gonna go over it real quick. You need to know when to press Power Word Barrier. You need to know when to press PS, Pain Suppression. You need to know when to press Rapture. You need to know when to press Desperate Prayer. You need to know when to press Aegis. You need to know when to press Fey Guardians. It's a lot of stuff, but you need to know when to press it. Those are your defensive ones. I mean, of course, you need to know when to press Power Infusion and all that other stuff. But we're gonna be looking at defensives right now. So, for example, if you see a Ret Warrior Priest coming in a 3v3 and you see them coming in on you, and he stuns you, the priest stuns you, you know, both of your guys are... No, we're not going to talk about the other guys. So you get stunned, you see the Ret pop Seraphim, you see him pop Avenging Wings, you see the Warrior pop Avatar, you see that Warrior pop Necro Banner, and you see Ammoniums coming in at you. What are you going to do? You die, that's what you do. Oh, no, but that's what you're going to do if you don't press anything, 100%. Guarantee you that. You're gonna trinket that stun, and you're gonna instantly press Dome. Barrier, I call Barrier Dome. You're taking 50% reduced damage instantly. And you have teammates, say you're playing jungle. Your hunter is going to sack you, you know. Your druid is going to be, you know, he's going to be healing. He's either going to be healing you, or he's going to be cycloning, or, you know, roaring these DPS. You're going to have a lot of peels. So you literally just press Dome of Light and Barrier. You have to press Barrier, though, you will die. Another thing is you never want to press PS whenever you're not in a stun. You want to try to avoid that at all costs, because you can press Pain Suppression while you're stunned. So with your add-ons, you're going to be tracking their stun. You're going to know when their stun's going to come back up. You kind of just know it in your head as well. You know, 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds to come up. They're going to have stun again. They're going to have their small wings. And how are you going to live that stun? You're not going to have, you know, you're not going to have, what are you going to call it? You're not going to have Trinket Dome. So what you're going to do instead is you're going to know that's coming up. And you have many options, honestly. You can Desperate Prayer Aegis. That's something you can do. And then you have people peeling for you. Your hunter can Dwarf Shadows on top of them. Your druid can roar them again, cyclone them. You should live that go without trinketing or pressing PS. They have another stun. You have PS. You can Fey Guardians before it. Yeah. You have Desperate Prayer still. Well, I said Desperate Prayer, not Aegis a second ago. Yeah, you have so much stuff. It's all Priest is, I mean, Discipline Priest is all about preing pretty much anything as any healer is, but preing their stuns. Because you can Fey Guardians, and that's 20 seconds. You know, you wait 20 seconds after they stun, 30 seconds after they stun, you press Fey Guardians for the next 20 seconds. If they stun you, you're completely fine. Absolutely completely fine. Maybe after that you're kind of low and they still have their kicks. You know, you don't know what to do. You don't have any power radiances. Rapture. Rapture. You have a druid to heal you. You know, you should be completely fine if they go you. But yeah, it's the biggest thing that people die on. I've noticed when I play my hunter and I play with other priests. I'm like, what are they doing? Come on, man. I'm like, it's so simple to me because I played priest a little bit, you know. But for them, they're obviously new and they're not sure. That's why I'm making this guide for people, so they'll learn and they'll know what to do. And what else are we looking at? Offensive. It's kind of hard to go over offensive priest because you know your concept, that's your healing. You're literally healing your team with offensive pressure. You're putting atonement on them, and then you want to keep Mind Blast on cooldown like literally the entire game if you can, because it's not only going to do damage, it's going to heal you, and then it's going to make it where the next 10,000 damage the enemy deals is prevented, and this stacks up 21,000. You know. They're not going to be doing damage. Sorry, my nose stopped up. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the damage rotation. You're just going to be spamming Mind Blast. You know, you can spam Smite. Only costs 200 mana. And every time I use 200 mana, it's 1200 healing I'm doing. Instead of sitting behind a pillar waiting to come out, I could just be doing damage and making sure we're topped up. You know? You know, look at that. Every time I cast a penance, 2700 damage, 2000 healing each bolt. Not the first bolt. The first one does more. But yeah, that's it for everything, I guess, except for macros. Let's go for macros. So for Angelic Feather, like I was talking about, how you can just press it and you just zoom away. That is this macro right here with your name right here. I'll put this in the description below. Well, it's kind of hard to type that out. I'll put that in the description. The mind control one is you literally mind control somebody. Don't know why this is not in the game. Honestly, don't know why this is not in the game. So I made a macro for it. You cast mind control, and normally if you press mind control again, it does not stop mind control. I don't know how to stop it otherwise. So you just have to make this macro slash cast mind control enter / stop casting. So you can MC somebody, and while you're MCing them, you can press it again and that stops the MC. Another one is power infusion macro. I can be targeting an enemy and then press power infusion, and it puts power infusion on my teammate and it does not even target them. Super helpful, super useful. Next one, I have a focus macro. You can have a enemy 1, 2, 3. It's Shadow Word Death, so I can put him on focus, be targeting this guy, press Shadow Word Death, and it hits this guy. You know, in case a hunter is trying to trap you. The most annoying thing about that is the downside of a focus macro is if hunter feign deaths or goes in stealth, it takes them off your focus for some reason. Why? I have literally no clue. I have no clue at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. Should not do that. It literally should just grade their focus out until they come back. Doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, that's it for macros. Compositions. So let's go over 3 versus 3 compositions, the best ones you can play. In my opinion, my favorite comp to play in 3s as discipline is jungle, which is hunter, feral. Any spec and hunter, you can. The best one is beast mastery or survival. Marksmanship is not bad either, but it's you don't have a stun. It's marksmanship. And then feral druid, necro feral druid and then the hunter is Venthyr, and then you are Night Fae. Another good one is RMP as Venthyr, rogue mage, WMP, either Warrior Mage or Windwalker Mage. You know, you can play Venthyr plus those. FMP, Feral Mage, super good. I like FMP a lot, actually. I had a lot of fun playing FMP. I only played it like twice. A lot of fun playing FMP. I played Mind Games when I played that. What are the other ones? You can also play Destro Frost Mage. It's better if you're holy, though. I'm not gonna lie, because you have a stun, of course. But you don't have to be holy, especially at lower ratings. You can probably play Discipline. Honestly, you can probably play it up to the 2400 or whatever. But I mean, if you're still earning Priest, you'll probably get to like 2K or something with it. Probably higher. Frost Destro is absolutely insane right now. It's just broken. I mean, I wouldn't say broken, but it's kind of crazy right now. Destro locks need a nerf with their bolts. They agree. Like, if this, I mean, put in the comments if you agree about this, that Destro locks should be able to Chaos Bolt, but their free instant Chaos Bolt they get from their 4 set should not be able to be used right after a Chaos Bolt. It should have you know, one global, you know. Well, maybe they have to Chaos Bolt and then Conflagrate and then Chaos Bolt again. Something along those lines. They should not be able to Chaos Bolt and instantly send out another Chaos Bolt, because you're Havoc, they're sending out 4 Chaos Bolts. 2 people are just instantly dead. Dead. Dead, dead, dead. 100% dead. It's so annoying. It is pretty, I mean, you can see it, it's predictable, it's easy to avoid, but for lower rated people, I hate it. It's so annoying whenever you have high rated people talking about this kind of stuff, and they're like, man, you should just get good. How about, no. There's plenty of people in this game. The majority of the people in this game are not, you know, 2400 or 2200. They're below 2K, and they're not ready for a class to literally just one button them. It's very annoying, but of course you can, if you want to, you can literally, as soon as you see Dark Soul, you just instantly press Aegis. That's a tip from me, I guess. I don't know, to survive that comp. But anyways, if you liked or enjoyed this video, found it helpful, press a like on it, press subscribe. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're like 984 right now, I think. I'm not sure. Trying to get to 1,000. Come check me out on Twitch. I'm about to start streaming, do some viewer games. I think I'm about to upload this video right now, so I will be doing viewer games. Yeah, come check me out. It's twitch.tv/tar_wow. Yep. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Later.